Welcome to the Dude Comedy Podcast, episode 21. I just woke up like a half hour ago, and we have nothing prepared. So, yeah.
Thought you were going to do that with your gay voice. Welcome to the Dude Comedy Podcast.
Welcome to the Dude
That's what you said you were going to do.
No, I said I was going to give an update on the... we had questions about why some gay people switch over to a more feminine voice.
Yeah, nothing against them.
Come out gay. And we actually got an email from a viewer who is also gay who has an explanation for us.
Oh, perfect.
He says to answer the question about the feminine voice that some gay men have, he says some people will do it to seem more feminine in order to attract a more masculine man.
Oh.
And some do it to be more comfortable with themselves. And some also have a voice pitch due to surgeries or hormone supplements that they have taken.
So there's multiple reasons.
There are multiple reasons. This viewer who says he's gay says he does not do the voice. He just goes with his normal voice. But that is the explanation.
Okay.
I guess you kind of do it because you want people to know you're gay.
Do you?
I think so.
Well, other gay people. Maybe it attracts other gay people.
Do you want people to know that you're straight?
Well,
yeah, listen to me talk. I'm fucking straight as shit.
But I've heard some straight people use a feminine voice, and then they're like, "Oh, no, I'm straight."
Well, he actually gave that's a really good answer because
well, that's called being inside the closet. Then they're gay.
Yeah, call R. Kelly. He's trapped in the closet.
That is a good answer, though.
Kyle, I have a question for you.
We appreciate that.
Okay.
Do you ever jerk off while we're recording this podcast?
Honestly,
we've heard you fart
before you answer that, for all of you true listeners, a lot of you catch it, and Kyle shits his pants at least twice an episode usually and doesn't say anything, and then we'll go back and listen, or you watch the YouTube version, and somebody in the comments will be like, listen at 54 minutes and 32 seconds. Did somebody shit their pants? And that's usually Kyle.
Yeah, boy. I don't care. Oh, what was the question about jerking off?
Yeah, have you ever jerked off while we're recording this podcast?
You know,
I hope not.
I thought of the only reason he's asking this is because I said something about. I said like that'd be a great social experiment on myself and not tell anybody else about it. Like, I wonder if I could jerk off while talking to three dudes, just as an experiment. But then the guilt after I nut would just be like to the max, and like I could never tell anybody I just did
actually
that.
Last episode we were talking for like 6 minutes straight, and then Burns is like, is Kyle even in here?
Yeah.
Hey,
what are you doing?
Hey,
Split.
Next
and
question.
you sounded super chill.
I think he's trying to hide something here. He's trying to say, I wouldn't do it because I feel super guilty. Maybe he is.
He wouldn't do it because
guilty.
he's already done it.
But if I did it, I wouldn't tell anybody. So
you beat off on episode 20, didn't you?
You'll never know
Admit
the results of that experiment.
I remember what I was going to bring up to.
No, you're not the kind of guy that would keep the results to yourself. You would edit it and censor it and put it on the internet somehow.
Yeah. See, no, I'm clear.
Speaking of censor, I gotta put this out there.
Dude, Jimmy, that's so weird. That's what I was about to say. Is I had it written down here that I need to ask you because everyone was blowing your shit up.
Yeah, okay, so we episode 20 was by far the most edgy episode that we've recorded so far, and there was some racial slurs in there, not meant to be, but they were in there. So, when we put it up on YouTube, I censored the words because we could literally get the video struck down if we didn't. And there were people in the comment section, a lot of people understood, but there were people like, fuck this, I'm unsubbing. PTFO's gone now, it's DudeComedy, and you guys are censoring your shit, blah, 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 blah. And we didn't censor it anywhere else. iTunes is explicit. We have that rating. We're not worried about it. But YouTube, we could literally get in trouble for that, and it would hurt the channel, so I censored it. So for the few people that were butthurt wanting to know if the show has changed, if we're not raw and edgy, and why did we puss out and put the beeps on there, that's why, because the video could get taken down.
So basically what he's saying, if you're only listening to it over on YouTube, get your ass over to iTunes.
There you go.
Listen to it now. Leave a review, because the reviews we'll read them out here. See if you can get Jimmy to say some racist stuff.
Nobody's going to get me to say racist stuff anymore.
But yeah, get on over there. That's all about the growth of the show. I know we pound you guys. Do this fucking survey. Do this review. But It's got to be said. But fuck the survey. The survey's done.
Speaking of the survey, you guys dominated. We had at least 100 people, if not more, probably 200 or 300 people go fill out that survey, and I want to apologize because I know I kind of maybe misled you guys a little, said it was only 3 minutes to fill it out. It took a little longer than that, but for all of you true fans that went and filled it out on our behalf to help us grow the show, we seriously appreciate it. We got an email this morning because we were like, do we need to plug the survey again? We have to get 100 people so we could get analytics for the show. And the email came back from our partner, and they were like, nope, your fans knocked it out of the park. You guys don't have to mention it anymore.
Good. Great. But yeah, get over there. Leave us a damn review on iTunes.
Now. I'm gonna read those.
Are you going to read some now, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm going to read some. I'm going to read some here in a minute, but I have to scroll all the way down to it. But yeah, like Kyle said, if you don't like the censor beeps on YouTube, just go to iTunes. But it was just crazy how many people are the people that were just so upset. And then we had let's go ahead and talk. Colby, you said some people were upset about the branding change. We're not going to sugarcoat shit. We're not going to step around it. I mean, you guys watch the show. You have ownership in the show. A lot of you feel that way. So we're going to address it. A lot of you were like, you backstabbed us by taking away PTFO and making it DudeComedy. And if you missed the episode where we explained exactly why we did it, you would fully understand. But to say you're going to unsub because of a name, when in fact the content is the same, I mean, it's the same people, same stuff.
I'm not in with you guys been in YouTube for so long. So when I see comments, they still hurt, and I see shit. Like we hadn't got
you take it personal.
Yeah, we never got bad comments on any of the other episodes. I mean, there's a couple here and there that are just like more funny, like more trolly. But this was legitimately people fucking pissed because we took here. I mean, here it is, and then when you really break it down in my eyes, it's still 4 people hitting record at the same time, talking about the same thing, and we switched something from blue to orange and a couple of letters, and now everyone's pissed. Like I don't get it. That's weird. Don't hate us, guys. I don't like that.
Yeah, but also it's not everyone. You know, it's a minimal amount of people. But when you read those, it seems like it's everyone.
Most people are cool with it. Yeah, most people are cool with it. You're falling into that YouTube trap where the negative comments
outweigh the good.
Affect you more than they should.
It was just
wasting your time. You start wasting your time replying to them. Like Kyle was talking about yesterday, how as you get older and you start replying to any hate, you get like halfway through it and you're like, I don't give a shit about this.
Yeah, you just block. But yeah, nothing has changed. I mean, it's more for the better because our goal is to build kind of this big DudeComedy thing with the site, the podcast, videos eventually.
Live streams.
And it just makes sense that we just go with all one name. It's going to be different entities. Like people are like, oh, if somebody comes and say like, I want to buy a DudeComedy and like be like manage you, whatever, and we're like, oh, we got this PTFO thing too, and they're like, what the fuck is that? That's not DudeComedy, or vice versa, So
oh, you guys do a political podcast, nice.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what they would think. Okay, I have some reviews up. And I'm gonna read.
Please.
I could easily censor this and never read anything negative about myself, but I'm really gonna put myself out here because there's one on here that just it's bad. It's bad for me. Anyway,
is it still a 5-star review though?
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, that's the
nice.
best part.
Well,
how close are we?
They're all 5-star reviews.
Are we close to 511?
We are at 458.
Oh, Kylie, we're getting real close to you, bud.
So you guys, if you leave a review, there's a chance it could get read on the channel. And I'm going to read some now, and I'm not going to read the name of this one because obviously now we are being spammed with racial titles trying to get me to read them.
If it's not terrible, say it.
I can't say this one.
Okay.
Jimmy is the dad of the podcast who doesn't let it go too far down the deep end. Then you have Kyle, the one that gives the best life advice. Then Burns is the guy who tells messed up Reddit stories and also sells drugs.
I don't sell drugs.
Then Colby is the white school shooter kid that people give free food so they will be spared and won't be shot when he comes to school with a gun. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Nate has nipples. This has come to be my favorite podcast, even though at first I didn't like Jimmy or Colby at all and only liked Kyle and Burns. Now I really like Colby too, so this guy doesn't like me. Okay,
still gotta grow on him, Jimmy.
A Grim Reaper says it should be called a cue ball instead of an 8-ball. Cue balls are white. Y'all should hook up another PTFO meets PK episode. Kyle for president, Burns for career counselor, Colby for next M&M, and Jimmy for Florida retirement. What the fuck does that mean?
Old
he
bitch.
make-
It means you're an old man who needs.
Is he
to go
making fun of
But
away.
he also says that
Okay,
he
let me-
also says you have enough money to retire, so take it as a positive. Move on.
Let me show you just the epitome of how positive our viewers are. Godzilla-sized penis says, I took that gay survey Jimmy told me to do. Speaking of gay, Kyle's a faggot. Okay, two more. Double EA589, great podcast, super funny, had me dying laughing during work. Now, I'm going to finish it off with, you have to be able to laugh at yourself, okay? This guy's name is Jimmy is a Dumb Hick. I love your guys' energy and connection, but the one thing that annoys me is Jimmy's pronunciation or mispronunciation of words such as especially or specific. It's not especially or Pacific. And I think I do that with wolf.
Yeah,
Kyle,
wolf.
you got mad at me? Yeah. But it is understandable since he has the disability of being from Arkansas. Jimmy is a great example of Arkansas school system working at peak performance. P.S. Burns, I'm a level 6 skater. Hit me up.
Ooh.
Oh shit, dude.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh. He called
yeah.
your state a disability.
Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, it's safe to say that whenever you think of the word Arkansas, people think of redneck, hick, disability, whatever. Barefoot. I guess we all run around barefoot and stuff. So yeah. But you have to be able to laugh. I mean, you have to be able to take the heat too. So that was pretty creative. Pretty fuck you, dude. Don't ever listen to our podcast again. All right.
Hold on. What's that buzzing noise?
I don't have a buzz.
Oh, it's just a little one. Sorry.
It was Kyle's part.
So anyway, yeah, leave us a review and there is a chance that we will read it on a future episode. Now, Kyle, we've got
Me?
a few topics we're going to talk about, but you were saying something pre-show and you said that you're playing detective in a way and you couldn't give us too much information, but you've got something going on.
I'm on a hot case right now. It will either make or just completely break my career of personal detective or whatever, inside detective,
Private investigator.
private investigator. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm on to somebody right now.
Is this kind of like in the past where you've tracked down pedos and creepers?
I mean, I don't know. It's different. It's a different crime, but
Different scumbag?
it definitely could be seen as more of a scumbag move than trying to jerk off to 13-year-olds. That's how serious it is. But I'm going to start off by saying asterisk, like, I could be completely way off, but in my heart, like, I'm 100% fucking right. But I'm not going to give that. I've still got a lot of detective work to do, so I'm not going to give that many details. But so this happened like 3 months ago when Colby's like, hey, you know that dude we went to school with? We'll just call him Charles. You know the dude we went to school with, Charles? Like, he's an actor now. So, and I'm like, oh,
Smart. I was
weird.
wondering how you were going to do that, actually.
Yeah, he's an actor now. So, and he's like, you remember his name's Charles? I'm like, yeah, dude, that dude was the biggest fucking bullshitter I've ever met in my life. Before he said anything about him, he didn't say one detail about what he was doing now. I just said that dude is the biggest bullshitter I've ever met. And like, just many instances, like he used to say he had like a Visa black card that he could buy anything he ever wanted. And I'm like, and he looked like a bum almost, you know. He was a black dude and we played basketball with him. And, so Charles, the first thing off the top, he's a fucking bullshitter. Well, turns out he has a life-threatening disease and he is using that to propel his acting career. And he's saying that he has 1 year to live, even though that was like 2 years ago, and no hair falling out or nothing. And he's actually been on some big TV shows, you know, just claiming he just keeps working on like through it and, you know, and everything. And he's posted like one picture at the hospital that looked a little, it's not like he was in the bed or nothing. It was just a it's a super, super, super touchy situation. So that's why I'm hiding some of the details now. But I'm on to this motherfucker, and I will let you know when I have more details on the case. But it may never happen because it's not like I can get his medical records or anything. But
if it does happen,
if it does, I'm going to keep you guys updated.
You'll let us know on the show.
And just
in the heat,
and not to give anything away, but I've figured out a way to toe the line on this, just so no one can find him. But he has Kickstarters, GoFundMe's, has appeared on multiple big network interview shows, and had a documentary about him. So
if this is something that is proven that said person was allegedly lying about all this, couldn't this be something where people could turn around and sue him for damages and money and stuff that he's acquired because of it?
Not only that is
you would think so.
Yeah, not only that is what the fuck are you gonna do the rest of your life? Like everyone knows that you just lied to everyone, and like that would suck.
Yeah, but we're in 2017. You can lie and you can do stuff, and then 5 years later you have your own TV show.
Yeah, and
Jimmy always looking out for the suing angle.
Yeah. I told you that's on my bucket list is to sue somebody before I die.
And I was talking to Rachel.
I think I may have an opportunity. Go ahead.
I was talking to Rachel, and she's like, and I'm totally full blown telling her like, this motherfucker is lying. Like, you know, I would put it on my life. And she's like, well, why would he lie and say like he was terminally ill? I'm
Money.
like, why the fuck would anybody want to interview? Like, if he just said he had an illness, like tons of people have illnesses, you know, or diseases. But if he told people he was terminally ill and he only had a clock to live, like it's almost like the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids. Like those kids aren't like, they're not just temporarily sick. Like they're gonna die soon, you know. And like that's why they get on this. Like that's why they get these Make-A-Wish foundations to do this stuff for them, because it's like
they have to do it in a certain time frame too. Like it's a rushed thing sometimes. Like
most of those kids on there are they've passed away. Like usually at the end of the Make-A-Wish foundations, after it's edited and everything, they'll say like at the end it's like super sad. It's like R.I.P. and then it says like the year they died and stuff. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but,
like I know what you mean.
It's so touchy, but this motherfucker is lying, and I fucking know it. I'm gonna crack it, but I'll have to get some more details on the case.
You've got all kinds of stuff for our followers, our avid listeners that listen every episode, because now you're working on that. You also have this like some story that you won't even tell us until we hit 511 reviews on iTunes.
You're stringing our viewers along. I think maybe you're full of shit.
I think you're the puppet master.
Wait,
Colby knows this story.
What could we call clickbait? That is, you're ear baiting them, man. You're ear baiting them.
You're ear baiting.
That's a good topic, though. Do you guys have any stories you've heard of frauds or scams?
This dude with.
I have a good one, but I also it didn't technically happen to me. It was to someone in my family. But this guy, Jimmy will like this because it's a Mormon story. I
love Mormon stories. Bring it.
This guy who was like basically my uncle. You know, like
sure he was.
No, he really was like.
Okay.
But anyway, long story short is so for like the church, you're not supposed to, but it's like, okay, yeah, like let's give back a certain percent of how much money I make.
It's called tithing.
Yeah, tithing 10%. to help grow like the church, you know, since it's all nonprofit, blah blah blah.
No, that money goes straight to God.
Yeah, exactly. So what was happening is this guy, when his company started getting in trouble, and they went and he got like audited and stuff, and they're like, dude, where's this like $17 million? And he's like, oh, I paid it to the church. And then the church was like, we didn't get any of it. And then like, so it started unraveling this whole thing. And it's like, he took $17 million and bought like 2 houses, like show ponies, all this shit. And then
show ponies.
And then like the worst part is like when everything unraveled, he started like throwing other people under the bus to like try and pay stuff off. And my dad was just unfortunately caught in the crossfire and got thrown under the bus. And long story short is this guy went to jail for like 11 years. So that was a pretty big fraud, though, when you really look at it. Like he was just siphoning money off of his businesses and personal income and saying he was paying it to a church, and was just fucking buying show ponies and living life.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you, super common thing to do.
Those religious people are always full of scams, dude.
Why didn't he just buy like 6 houses and write them off and rent them out?
I got blackmailed last year on YouTube.
Blackmailed? Let's hear it.
Did you?
Yeah,
that sounds like a good story. Let's hear that.
I have a channel called Chaos Unsilenced, where I basically talk about YouTube shit and world shit, crazy stuff going on. And I had just launched it. I think it was a month or 2 old. And the format usually is I have a submission doc where people can submit their gameplays. So there's some gameplay in the background while I talk. And this dude submitted his gameplay, gave permission to use it, so on and so forth. And then the video went up. And then he emailed me and said that he never gave permission for it. He issued a copyright strike. He took the video down, and I got his email. That's what it was. I got his email because you have to give information on it, valid information, when you submit a copyright strike. So I contacted him. I said, "What's the deal, man? I've got screenshots here. You gave me permission, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "No, I changed my mind. I don't want you to use it." This dude, his channel had, I think it had 2 subs. Like, yeah, we're
Changed his mind.
Yeah. So we went back and forth, and I was like, "Well, take off the strike, and I'll take it down and put some different gameplay. No problem." And he's like, "No, you should have listened to me when I emailed." I said, "You never emailed me," so on and so forth. We went back and forth, and I said, "I'm going to give you one more chance, and then I'm just going to go through the system, and I'm gonna whatever it's called, against counterclaim or whatever, because with a copyright system, if he issues a strike on me and then I counter back, the ball's in his court. The next step, he has to get legal documentation. He has to show YouTube that he is pursuing it with a lawyer, with a lawsuit, whatever, or they're going to drop the strike. So he would actually have to go spend money. I said, "Well, that's what I'm going to do. It just takes like 14 days. And he's like, no. He goes, "I'll tell you what. I'll release the strike if you'll pay me $1,000.
Oh, wow.
And
what a fucking loser.
I responded something like, laugh out loud, blah, ha, 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 something. I was like, "You just fucked up, dude." I screenshotted that shit, and then 2 seconds later, his Twitter's gone, his YouTube's gone. He doesn't even exist on the internet.
What a fucking loser. He must have been like an 18-year-old kid who was just a fucking retard.
Or somebody with a heroin habit that needed some money.
Hey, man, it's nothing wrong with being addicted to heroin.
Dude, you are so pro heroin. Every time we talk about it or cocaine, and even this dude in the iTunes review, he said, I think you're a closet drug dealer. I really do.
Dude.
I love you.
I'm just fucking with you.
I don't know. I see us going to Vegas. Colby's always like, "We need to do a DudeComedy in Vegas. We need to all go to Vegas." And hopefully it'll happen in the future. And I just see us all getting there, and we'll get like a nice suite. We'll probably set it up. We'll do a podcast there and shit. And I see once the doors are closed and it's just us 4, it's the bros. I just see Burns like opening his jackets up with fucking drugs everywhere.
Pulling out
Needles.
of his ass.
I was about to say out of his booty hole.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just, I just picture that for some reason.
I don't have like a personal fraud or scam story. I just have one from one of the 30 for 30 episodes. Have you guys ever seen the one called Big Shot?
Nope.
It's about a guy named John Spana he wasn't like super filthy rich or anything. Maybe a guy who made like a couple $100,000 a year, but he hung out with a bunch of billionaires. He fucking tricked people into him buying the New York Islanders hockey team. He literally was the owner of the team. He just never paid. He strung them along for like 2 years. He's like, "Oh yeah, the money's coming," and he like forged a bunch of bank documents, and yeah, he was the fans had like rallies for him, like they were excited for him to be the new owner. Yeah,
that's crazy.
He never had the money at any moment during this whole ordeal.
Scams. Speaking of scams, I saw one on those high level, what are they, ministers?
Oh, like
Benny Hinn or whatever, the dude that would
like
smack people, they would fall over.
Guys on TV.
Yeah, I saw one on a guy
fucking frauds, dude.
A couple years ago that he literally put in his thing that people needed to donate because he had his own jet.
He needed to buy a jet.
And
he had like a huge Rolex, and everybody would pay their tithes so his jet, he could fly around the world and deliver the message of God.
Who falls
for that shit?
One of their excuses was, "We have to have our own private jet because it helps us be alone with God." It's like, who believes these fucking assholes?
Well, it helps them be alone with God. It helps them get to the next destination quicker to preach the word of God.
My favorite are like the faith healers too. There's a documentary about this, how this guy went to go see it to try to expose him, and it was like a guy's, pretending to heal people, just like mob mentality, appeal to people's emotions, and you get that euphoric feel, and they think they're healed. This guy had an earpiece in his ear, and they picked it up on some radio signal and just exposed him. Like the dude's wife was talking to him, like listening off church members and like what their problems were, pretending like he's channeling the word of God.
Wow.
What a bunch of fucking assholes, dude. That's why religion is fucking bullshit.
Okay, anyway, let's really quick. It's March Madness. The tournament's going. This goes up Sunday. So really quick, did you guys fill out a bracket, and who do you have winning?
I got the Minnesota Gophers going all
That's
the way.
That's the stupidest shit. Okay, you don't
all
count.
the way.
You don't count. I could say that
my bracket's busted.
Arkansas plays today. I think they play Providence, 8 and 9 seed. Something. They'll probably lose. Who do you guys have?
I
picked UNC.
I picked Villanova.
I picked the SMU, whatever their mascot is. That's
to win.
Yep, to win
the whole thing.
Yeah, so I got down to the Final Four, and I had like Kentucky, North Carolina, somebody on the bottom left beating Gonzaga, I think Arizona, and then all of a sudden I had SMU in the top left. So I'm like, I don't know how I got here with them. And then it was like I put Kentucky in the championship, and then I put SMU beating Arizona because I was like, oh, they have to slow down at some point. And then I was like, shit, everyone's going to pick Kentucky. I don't want to pick Kentucky, so I picked SMU, baby.
There you go.
So yeah, I've watched zero
Burns,
games.
Who did you actually pick?
I had my Gophers all the way. They're gonna do it.
That's some dumb shit. Okay, all right. So we've got
college basketball. I'm a college basketball guru.
We've got Minnesota, Villanova, SMU, and Kyle. You said
North Carolina. I never got to talk about my scam though.
Oh, tell us your scam.
T. Martin. Next question.
Shit, come on.
No, he blocked me on Twitter. I didn't do nothing. If he unblocks me, I'll stop talking about him.
You're blocked by Trevor? What'd you do?
I don't remember.
All right, I'll shoot him a text
and make him send me a sorry tweet, and we're all.
He's
all
not
going
to send you a sorry tweet.
We're all square if he sends me a sorry tweet.
An apology letter in the mail, a video apology.
Yeah, just not as creepy as that one video, and I'm good.
Oh, baby.
Fuck.
Oh,
baby.
That's the bigger one, too.
27 minutes.
Put them in foster care.
Pretty much.
Okay, next topic. This movie came out today or yesterday. I'm going to go watch it tomorrow. The Belko Experiment. And if you haven't seen the trailer, basically it's an office building, a bunch of office workers. You've got maintenance workers. You've got your normal cubicle people that work at a computer, so on and so forth. So just picture office space type environment. But they lock this shit down, and then they make all of the employees, you have to like kill a certain amount of your fellow employees if you want to live. So my question is, how would you guys handle being in this? Would you be the guy that tries to find a way out, or would you just succumb to the pressures of what they're saying and just start popping people?
I don't think I could kill anybody, so I'm probably going to be trying to find my way out of here.
But if you don't find a way out and you don't kill anybody, you're going to die.
No, I have to kill people to survive. Like if I don't kill anyone,
unless you think you can find a way out. But if you looked at the movie, I mean,
how many people do I have to kill? I've seen this trailer, but it was a while ago. So
I want to say they said 30. Maybe that was the first wave. I don't know. So I'm assuming there's hypothetically like 100 or 200 employees in this building.
Do I have a weapon?
And whatever you find. I mean, you're talking, it's a full office building. So if you go down lower, I know Michael Rooker's in this, and he's like, I think he's a maintenance dude. And it shows like some footage of him like down there, and he's got like a pipe wrench and shit. It could get pretty gnarly. So you would try to find a way out.
How does the game end? Like when
I don't know.
I
haven't watched it.
I'm hoping that I can
see. It's hard to answer the question if I haven't seen it yet.
My goal is I can team up with some people as long as I can, and hope it doesn't come down to like 10 of us, and it's like, all right, now only one of us is getting out, because then at that point it's like, fuck.
That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to try to team up with a couple that I'm pretty sure aren't going to
turn on you, dude.
Stab me in the back at the beginning.
It always
at
happens.
Least. Well, yeah, but that's later on. So if I truly think it's a real situation and I think there is no other outcome other than get this shit done or I'm going to die, I'm probably going to turn into a different person.
Yeah, humans have they're interesting when they're backed into a corner.
Yeah. Kyle?
Every office has that like handful of people that everybody, no matter what, is like, that guy's a fucking faggot. So I'd go after those people. Not faggot as in gay, like we don't like that guy.
Douchebag.
So we would just kill that guy.
But
And then
you can't just, it's not just one guy.
Well,
let's
once
say
it
you
gets
have
to a
quota.
certain point, it's,
It's a free for all.
it's a free for all.
Are you analytically, like, are you deciding, like, I'm going to go after the douche first, and then we need to take out this dude because he's like an alpha guy, and then we need to take, I mean, are you...
Well, I would just make the announcement and be like, everybody knows we don't like that guy. And and everybody like, yeah. I'm like,
Mob mentality.
kill him.
That would
I
be
don't know.
that would be a good plan. Is just form a mob and go down to the next floor and be like, just form a team.
Like every
You said
floor
it's
is
like
its
a
own
multi-level
team.
office building, right?
Yeah, it's a big, like, 20, 30 story building.
All right, so you just need to put a team together, and then just work your way down the floors until you all have 30. Do you get to go home after that?
I don't know, but that's the assumption I got was the announcer said, kill 30 people to live.
Yeah. It's every floor for themselves.
Every floors.
You gotta have team. You gotta
Like
team. You gotta make teams.
floor 19 versus floor 17.
I wouldn't want to be up in the upper floors like where all the cubicles and shit. That's like open hunting season. I would want to be down like where I saw Michael Rooker. You're down in the fucking maintenance tunnels and shit. That's where I'd want to be.
You're creeping around.
Yes, absolutely. Creeping around. All right, before we get into Colby's question of the day, one more big topic that's going around on YouTube is restricted mode, YouTube age gate and restricted mode. And I personally didn't even know this was a feature until the other day. And apparently, you can go on your settings on YouTube, on your app or on desktop, and you can click on or off restricted mode. And okay, that seems normal. That would be for parents to put on for kids, stuff like that. But the problem is, almost every gaming channel out there, plus other channels that aren't even deemed edgy content, if you go to restricted mode, their channels don't even exist. If you go into restricted mode, my cuss channel, which I get, it's edgy, there's no videos up. And if you go to my Chaos X Silencer channel, which it's mostly Call of Duty, which is a mature 17 game, but I've got vlogs and draw my life shit and stuff. But if you click on restricted mode, I don't even exist.
What about this channel, DudeComedy? Are we unrestricted?
Oh, I guarantee we are. I can tell you real quick.
Yeah, let's find out. I think we're gonna be good to go. I think.
Yeah, I highly doubt it. So yeah, my question is, my big thing was YouTube's not upfront about any of this shit.
They never tell you anything. People have to find it out for themselves. It's fucking
Yeah.
nonsense.
I mean, I get restricted mode. I get it. It's an option to, keep little kids from watching stuff they shouldn't. But who determines what they should watch and what they shouldn't? What are the parameters? And that goes into the whole YouTube age gate thing, that there's this secret program that YouTube's testing that...
Do you do that with your kids, Jimmy? Do you go to like is it Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan, any
you,
like
go
Dylan
on
Laney. Well, they have
do you go-
YouTube Kid app.
Oh, okay.
But that's not restricted mode. That's its own app that I'm trusting YouTube, which is fucking stupid, because have you seen some of these Spider-Man Elsa channels?
No.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Ethan Bradbury getting his butthole rammed by his brother.
Yeah, you're talking, these Spider-Man Elsa channels are kid-friendly by YouTube, and they're kind of sadistic and sexual, and a lot of them are pranksters that gave up on pranking and decided to do this, and they're fucking killing it. I mean, they're making so much money.
Yeah, YouTube's a pile of shit. I mean, I've noticed it even like 3 years ago when I was just kind of getting out, but like they really don't care. They don't care about the creators, honestly. I mean, unless you're like big corny ass dudes, you know. But they really like just like. So how come I can't? You know, even if. How come I can't just come on there and do whatever disable my ads, whatever. But if people are coming there and like, okay, disable putting me in like, just putting me in like,
we'll just put you in mature content.
Yeah. And it's just why, I mean, I understand if you're putting like nipples and or like nudity or anything out there from a sexual standpoint, but like it's just crazy how when I look at what like I went through, like I got fucking in trouble for some petty shit, but then you go and look at like these other channels that do like similar things and like are getting more views, but they're still hanging around, which that's kind of always been like it's all like the dudes at YouTube, they don't give a fuck about, there's not like they're out there enjoying, these creators' videos. All they're doing is trying to figure out what's best for them, which most of the time it's completely wrong, you know?
I think they made an example of you back then.
Yeah, well, it's just they try to control the things that they shouldn't fuck with. Like, it should be in the parents' control whether these kids are watching certain videos. Why the fuck are you completely blocking that from them, you know? Why is that their priority to figure out, if this kid's 17 years old, he shouldn't be watching this video with swearing in it. You know, it's like I've always said it, they're just a bunch of fucking faggots, you know?
They're a bunch of babysitters is what they are.
They don't even know what, I'm sure there's a purpose to it in the end, you know, it's all about the advertisers and, you know, what they say, but
it's all about the money.
Yeah, the money.
It links back to the money. But some of the creators went to the London YouTube space, and they said that they got on to search they said their channels, they weren't even there. Like, their channels did not show up in search, like they didn't exist. And that's where all the leaks came out. And allegedly, an employee said, no, it's not an unsub glitch or anything. It's a program they're testing that YouTube rates your channel. And they either rate it for kids, for teens, or for mature. And if it's like teen or kid, or if it's mature and teen or kid, whatever age, your channel won't even show up, like it doesn't even exist.
You know how many people that fucks?
Oh, yeah.
Because
YouTube,
that the majority is just kids. Yeah,
And to think I was playing around with the idea of coming back to YouTube. I think you can just put that idea right in the fucking garbage can.
Yeah.
The second you see what else is going on. This is as an outsider, again, I'll keep bringing this up since I have 0 subscribers. Actually, no, I think Kyle got me like 1,000 subscribers on this vlog channel I had.
Yeah, buddy.
Isn't it weird, like, when because you guys like made livings off of it, and it started as a website with the goal of like sharing, like people could just like share videos with like their friends and stuff, you know, like just an easy place to upload videos. And now it's just has built into this monster of a thing where you have thousands of people on the internet talking about YouTube almost as if it's like a person, you know? It's like YouTube did this to us, YouTube did that to us, and it's like it's crazy to really think about. You know, years ago, the first time you saw YouTube, it was just about uploading a damn video. Which I always say, the first video I watched on YouTube was a Sean Kemp highlight video. Times were simple, man.
Nice.
Yeah, it used to be just so simple, man. You like nobody fucking with your shit. You know, back in the day when I started, man, we were just throwing whatever out there. Like it was bad. Like there's no reason that I should have had my like if I started the same exact channel the same exact way now, like it would be gone within 2 weeks. You know, but it doesn't.
Every time you uploaded a video, it was like, is it gonna get strikes?
Yeah, cross my fingers.
Didn't you have like 18 strikes or some stupid shit?
At one point, I had 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
You know, and that's when they would just go away after 6 months. You know, and like
it was like once a week, Kyle getting on Skype to ask Jimmy, I need to talk to George.
I know.
Yeah,
I need full screen to hit me up.
That shit was stressful, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. Especially when you're like new and you really had no fallback plan. I mean, I still had a normal job and stuff then, but yeah, it was super stressful. You know, it's like I just can't wait till that day where I'm just not dependent on this any social media site. I can just live life without fucking. And that's the problem with us. We're always like teetering that fucking line, you know.
Right.
And that's my next goal is to like, I have this massive Facebook page, but I'm just tired of relying on, it's all automated systems. It's not actual people looking at your stuff. Everything's automated, so, and they stay true to their damn system. Like, hey, you had 2 million subscribers, but the system flagged you, dog. Like, sorry, They can't just
fucking deal with it.
They can't just say screw our system that we put in. Like it's whatever the system says goes.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Just become a professional podcaster.
Yeah, exactly. We run the show. I can say whatever the fuck I want in here.
Yeah, I just have to bleep it out if it. No,
I'm just kidding.
God damn it, Kyle. We made it 40 minutes before you.
He stopped himself.
Yeah.
He stopped himself.
Yeah,
he didn't finish it.
Fuck black cats.
Dude, black cats are the best firecrackers, though, man. You used to get the black cats and then pop, pop, pop.
Yep.
All right, Colby.
All right.
Give us something good, man.
We're doing actually pretty good today for having 0 topics. I woke up late today, and the first text message I looked at was, can we record an hour early so I have a half hour to roll out of bed and get on the computer?
Dude,
Poor fucking baby.
No topics.
Roll out of bed out of your cleaned house that you paid those people to come clean.
Burns, side note on the
Yeah.
cleaning, there's a new thing that's happening in another country. I don't want to get it wrong off the top of my head. I think it might be somewhere in the UK. But the cleaning service, they come over and they clean and they're like topless and just in panties and stuff. And
Yeah, I've
and,
seen that too.
and you can pay to have sex with you after they clean everything. And then they clean up afterwards.
What the fuck? I didn't hear that part.
Yes.
That brings a whole new level to knocking on the door. You want me to fluff your pillow?
Yeah, dude. I'll talk about it's like the ultimate fantasy. Like, oh yeah, the maid. Oh yeah, the maid's naked. Oh man,
You want me to check you off?
you want me to check her out? What kind of motel is this? Sorry, I got us sidetracked again. But
That's crazy though. I mean, that's the business owner is going to make so much money.
oh yeah, and it's in a place where it's
The
like
pimp.
yeah, the pimp. That's what I was about to say,
Pimp / business owner is going to make so much
dude.
money.
That's like the most.
I mean, take away the sex part. If you could legalize, if you could get it to where the business commission, city, town, whatever you have to get the permissions for to let you do it and like have topless cleaning, you don't need the sex part.
No, it's almost like a bikini barista here in Washington. It's like a lot of those are the most popular.
You got to
places.
give him some reason to clean the sheets, though.
Yeah, there you go. That could be the motto right there.
So birds, if that was available in your town in America right now, but it costs 3 times the amount that it would cost for you to have your cleaning people that come, would you do it? Not the sex part, just
Not the sex part.
No, just the topless.
I don't really like being in my apartment.
I was gonna say
when,
Burns is probably gonna say no.
People are over to clean.
That's-
like when they come over. If they come over to clean, like I just leave. Or if maintenance comes in here, I just fucking leave.
Or that-
Here's the thing,
Get
though.
away
If
from
you
small
have
talk.
a cleaning company coming over, like, and you leave, what do you do with all the drugs? Do you take them with you?
I don't keep them here, Jimmy.
Okay, all right.
It would just be weird the next time they rolled around to clean your house. Like, you just be like awkward tension. Like,
Yeah.
I saw your tits last time. You were dusting my
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, could I get a different girl this time? Because I already fantasized over the redhead. Let me bring a different one this time.
yeah.
Out of the 4 of us, who do you think, like, we have to stay in our houses? Like, who is the most awkward in the topless cleaning thing? I'm gonna put money on Kyle because he'd just be like, "This is so wrong," but this is just weird. Yeah, you need.
Dude, that's how I was when we were at my buddy's bachelor party, and I'm just like, this is like, I'm the one that set it up, but I'm like, there's like 20 dudes in there, and this girl's like giving a guy like a lap or like some weird lap dance on the
So
floor.
you know there's 20 guys sitting by you with raging boners.
Well, no, I didn't have a boner the whole time, but I'm just sitting there next to one of my good buddies from high school. And I'm like, this is fucking weird, dude. Like, that girl's pussy is right there. Like, this is fucking weird. Like, there were some dudes that were just all about it. Like, I'm not going to say their name because I don't know, but he was just like, man, I got to go get $50. This girl's all on my dick. Or like it was like the last girl there. And, well, I mean, they're all there, but the last girl like doing dances, and he was just like in his own world. I'm like, dude, do you not know that there's tons of other dudes sitting here like right next to you watching you? He's like getting all into it. Like, it was fucking weird.
He's like the guy that I've had a very similar situation, and there's a guy that was like, dude, can someone spot me? Because I'm pretty sure this girl's gonna fuck. And then it's like, then we're like, we give him the money, and then he's like, well, yeah, she just teased me, man. Like, she said that she can't have sex, and it's just like, well, no, does she teased you? She's a freaking stripper, not a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are your expectations like when you're? I mean, you planned that shit. Did you? I mean, you couldn't imagine it was going to be like comfortable for everybody.
Well, first off, it was really uncomfortable when I ordered it. So we ordered 4 girls.
Take me through the ordering.
Tell me
Was
you
it-
got bait and
this
switch.
is the most
Bait and switch.
well, kinda. So this is the most uncomfortable spot for me. I called them up, and like the girl or whoever I was talking to, they do this type of calls all the time, and I've never done it before. So I'm like, yeah, I'd like to get your premiere package. And she's like, okay, what girls do you want? I'm like, I don't know, like is this like a grocery store? Like, I pick, and she's like, yeah, you want big girls, small girls, black girls, white girls? And I'm like, no fat girls. Like, and I'm just sitting there telling her, I'm like, this is weird. Like, I feel super uncomfortable doing this. Like, it's like I
Ordering
feel like I'm
like a
just being
Chinese
like,
food menu.
I'm just like being like like not racist, but I'm like like human trafficking almost. I'm like, no.
You're like ordering human beings.
Yeah, like no big girls, and I mean, it was all white dudes, and I'm like, no, like, is it normal if I say no black girls, or is that fucked up? And she's like, no, that's completely normal. I'm like, no black girls either. You know, not that
You're racist.
It's not racist. It's just
you are a racist.
Well,
bigot,
but
Kyle.
that's the thing though. So they're supposed to be there at 8:30. 8:30, somebody knocks at the door. The first girl that walks through the door is this like 6'4"
Amazon woman,
like half black girl, and I'm like, holy shit!
You called back and said, I said specifically.
Well, no, I'm like, I was
girls.
like drunk. I was like, holy shit! Are you the bouncer? Like, you their security guard / stripper? And like, she all laughed. I was like messing around with her the whole time because I wasn't all about like I didn't. Only time they had to touch me is when they came out and
they touched you.
Well, first they go,
who's the best
like,
man?
Who's the guy getting married, the bachelor? And everybody's like, oh, him. You know, I've told this story. So this bitch sits my buddy on a chair. She flips upside down with her like crotch in his face,
right?
And she squeezed her legs around his head, and she was doing it too tight. So he fucking pushed her off and like dominoed into another stripper and like got up and just slapped the shit out of him. And it was like, this was in the first like 5 minutes. And then the next thing they did after we like settled that all down was like, oh, who's the best man? I'm like, no. So then that's when they did their fucking little thing on me. But then after that, you know, it's not like I was touching them. They were all fucking doing their stuff. I mean, the whole time just sitting there like, she has done this shit on just hundreds of other dudes, probably thousands, you know, and I got her pussy like right near me, you know. I was just I'm more just like the guy like fucking around with them. We ripped up $10 and $1 bills into super tiny pieces, and I would just walk around while they were doing dances on people and like blow it like snowflakes on everybody. It was fun.
I don't know how we got off on this. All right, Colby, what's your question?
Dude, I should just use that as my question because I believe like that was probably going to be a better answer.
Okay.
Question, if we like it, I'll say it. We're taking a pill, no drugs. We have 5 of them in our possession. We only can take one: invisibility pill, teleport pill, a pill to read minds, or a pill to time travel. You get it 5 times. Which one are you taking?
Taking the time travel one.
There you go. There's Burns' answer.
I'm going back. I mean, I'm doing the same thing, and I'm pulling the Back to the Future. I'm going to go back to the 50s, and I'm going to get a sports. No. Wait a second. Do I want to go backwards or forwards? No, I need to go forward.
Actually, I changed my answer. I want the mind reader one.
Okay.
I'm not really that interested in time travel.
Well, I'm going into the
reading.
future. I'm getting a sports almanac. And then I'm going to travel back to the...
Look at you. You're copying movies. How original. How
Yes.
original.
To get rich.
And get rich. Yeah, I'm going to get rich. What are you going to do?
Well, people would start getting on to you, and they're like, "Why is this guy winning so much money?" Then
There's nothing they could prove, though, if they never found the sports almanac.
They would be.
why do you
Yeah,
gotta
dude,
copy
but then-
Casinos are
Jimmy?
fucked up people. They're on you, man. You got to do something better than a movie.
But then Biff is going to come after you, Jimmy, and then Biff is going
I
to
know.
kick your ass.
I know.
no,
I'm gonna do
I would do the lottery. That would be the best way to do it. So like, say if you knew, you know, the massive like $1 billion lottery they just had.
Just grab the numbers for
Just
that.
do that. Just get it a one-timer instead of like, wow, this guy just won $100,000 here, 200,000 there, $1 million there. Like,
Just take the 10 billion or 10 million right away.
I hate to pull this card on you guys, but you're all wrong. Read minds. You know whose minds I'm going to read?
That's what I said. That's
Stock-
what I said. I changed mine to read mine.
I'm going to the stock market. Best dude who's trading stock, Warren Buffett. I'm gonna go read his mind. I'm gonna be Warren Buffett Jr. I'm gonna be rich.
Yeah, but
without
you'd
doing
have
anything.
to filter through all the shit. Who says that's all his mind he's thinking about? He's probably thinking about
Well, you're right.
stripper cleaners coming to clean his condo or something.
Well, I got 4 more
knows?
pills, so I'm gonna go read Zuckerberg's mind. I'm gonna go rip him off.
Time travel, buddy.
Then I'm
Time
gonna
tra-
go-
You could utilize time
Why does
travel.
it all have to be about money all the time? Why can't you just fuck with people?
Yeah.
Like, if you can read someone's mind, just go into a bar where some dude's sitting alone and just like figure out what he's thinking about, and then just go start talking.
What
to
a
him about
waste
it.
of a
Just-
pill, dude.
It would be, dude.
Yeah.
Why is it always
That
about
was
money?
funny,
with
That
you?
was great.
Fuck.
Good job at this one in a lifetime experience of taking this pill to read a mind.
All right, well,
Fuck
hold
that.
on. Let's
That's
go back
dumb.
to Burns. Let's go back to Burns.
Well,
Would you, if you had,
How long can I read minds for?
Let's-
I can only read
5
one.
pills, so 1 mind read per pill.
well, let's do this. We're cutting them in half. You got invisibility and you got read minds. Which pill is the better one to go troll somebody with? Are you going to read their mind? Or are you going to be invisible?
Invisibility, 100%.
So I think if we eliminated,
You could go buy some dude and dick graze him, and he has no clue what happened. And you it's like, I mean, that's
what the shit? That's so
That's
gay,
the first thing that
dude.
came to your mind. You're like,
Gay.
yeah, I could just go graze up against someone's dick.
Oh, man. So we're cutting teleport out basically. Is there any good reason to have teleport other than financial gain? I'm gonna say
well, no,
Can I
because it's
Can I
illegal.
teleport to another planet?
You could teleport to a safe or a bank, but that's stealing. Burns,
Jimmy,
this
it's
is
always
all
about money
about
with you.
fucking money. This is
Yeah, you don't want to ever do anything cool.
my goal now is to
you
create
can
a
do
question.
whatever you want once you have the money, dude.
I can't teleport to another planet with $1 billion.
What are you going to do on another
Yeah, you
planet
can.
besides suffocate because the atmosphere won't hold
Oh,
you?
why can't I go to the ones they found that might be Earth side? Why
Oh,
can't I do that?
Jesus,
I get
Burns.
5 shots to find out.
Burns,
if
I'll
there's
tell you
anything
what.
worthy.
I will buy your 5 pills from you.
Oh, there you go.
How's that?
Why do you always go with the money option? You never want to do anything cool.
My new goal is to come up with a question that Jimmy
Okay,
has
so
to
would
answer
you
with no
consider
money.
cool? Let's say this podcast takes off, Burns, and it becomes as big as Joe Rogan, and
Oh,
we're all
fuck.
millionaires, and we can go rent a yacht in Greece, and we could do the podcast live from that. Is that cool to you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, it's fucking cool, and it took money. All right, life
Yeah, but
advice.
that's a different situation.
No, it's
here.
not. No, it's not. It all comes back to money.
That's like
No,
that's like a
oh, Jimmy,
it's
if it
fucking
all comes
girls
back
school.
to money. Here it is. Here it is. I take the teleportation pill. I teleport to a planet they think is Earth-like. I come back. I have a book deal for millions of dollars. So there you go.
That reminds me of a movie where the guy's like, I think I'm gay. And he's
You're
like, you
so-
like fucking girls? Fucking girls cool? You're not gay then. That's like what Jimmy just dropped on Birds. Like,
You're
obviously
so
money's cool.
unresponsible with your pills. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, that was my
Well, if
question.
you take
Fuck
the
you.
pill if you take the pill in your ass, does it hit harder?
Yeah, duh. Or you can snort it, dude. You snort it, you get twice the dose. So you could go twice as hard at visibility.
Speaking of unresponsible, give us some life advice, Birds.
That was. I'm gonna put that on my higher questions just because the answers are funny.
Hold on. Unresponsible?
Well, yeah, these people they're unresponsible with their lives, so they ask us for advice. I mean,
Unresponsible?
would you not consider the dude that fucked his cousin unresponsible?
I think Kyle's getting.
Unresponsible?
He's getting at your wording, Jimmy.
Ah, shit, irresponsible. Fuck.
I kind of had to grab these really quick. 'cause
God.
I wasn't prepared at all for today, but this is our life advice segment. We are not
Thanks a lot,
responsible for.
Fucking-
Hey man, I'm trying to do
He's
my
got a
fucking
disclaimer.
segment here, you
Bald
cocksucker.
thesaurus.
Jimmy, I'm trying to do my
Sorry.
segment here, and you're interrupting me.
I'm sorry, my Arkansas hick brain can't comprehend that you're trying to do it.
This is our life advice section, where Jimmy gives bullshit advice and we give real advice. We are not responsible for your actions based on the content of this segment.
Are you salty because you wouldn't use your pills correct?
I'm
Is
gonna.
that why you're acting that way?
I'm salty because you interrupted me.
I'm gonna add a.
You know, like he hates being interrupted. Every time you can go back and listen to multiple episodes, and somebody will be talking shit, and Bert's like, "Are you going to interrupt me again?" So funny.
I'm gonna add a disclaimer that I just took off my shorts. I'm in my boxers now for this life advice.
All right, let's go.
Kyle hasn't said anything in at least 3 minutes, so he's
spanking
well on his
it.
way. He's well on his way.
Well, I had a dude a buddy just show up at my house, so I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? You gonna come in here and awkwardly listen to me talk?
Which buddy is it?
Is he in your room
It's
right
the
now?
bachelor buddy.
Nice. Get him
No,
on the
he's not.
mic.
Is he staring at you?
No, I told him like, dude, I'll be out in a sec. He just spawned on me, but
Weirdo.
yeah.
Spot
All right.
All right, this first question says,
on me. Sorry, that was funny.
Hey man, what are you doing today? And he just shows up at my house. Well, it looks like I'm hanging out with you.
Bring him over to some. We'll go get some sushi or something so you can deflect him on me a little bit. All right, go Burns.
Hey,
Okay.
He's been interrupted like 5 times.
no.
Burns
No,
is just
you
gonna.
have-
Burns is just gonna turn his.
Canceling
He's
this
gonna turn his
segment.
mic off. Just pout. Fuck you guys. I'm done.
All right, come on.
All right. He threw me off. Now I don't know where I want to start. This guy seems to got himself into a predicament. He's senior year of high school, and he's been he asked this girl to prom, and she said yes, so he has to go with her, and they'll be in a group, but he doesn't know how to dance. He literally does not dance. He can handle a slow dance, but there's not many of those at prom. What's he gonna do the whole night so it isn't extremely awkward? You gotta get wasted. That's my
Yeah, I agree with you. Get drunk and then your inhibitions go away and you don't really care.
You guys are condoning underage drinking?
Oh, is he not 18?
Well, he's a senior in high school, so yes.
We're assuming he's 18, yeah.
He's got to be 21 to drink. What the fuck state do you live in?
Oh, shit.
Hey, don't.
It doesn't matter. You gotta get drunk either way.
I was just
Why
kidding.
are we always hitting the 18? Is that the sex questions?
That's
sex.
question. We got sex and alcohol.
I'm going to pass this one to Kyle. Kyle's a white guy. Kyle, tell him how to dance.
Irresponsible of me.
Just put the question back on me one more time. I was not paying attention.
It's this dude who's going to prom with this girl that he
can't
likes.
fucking
and
dance.
He doesn't know how to dance.
So tell him how to dance,
Nobody
Kyle.
knows how to. You let the girl do the work, and you just get a couple. How old is he?
He can't
18?
drink.
He can, though. We're going to let him drink.
You can drink. You can drink. So you're drunk. You just have
No.
fun.
He's
just
18.
put yourself out there.
He's not 21.
So,
Okay, well,
yeah, let the girl do the
it's
work.
at prom.
Let the girl
Yeah,
do
let
the
the girl
work.
do the
Let the
work.
girl
You
do
do
the
the thrusting.
twerk.
You do the thrusting. And it's not. I can't dance, but I definitely dance with got some good dances with a lot of girls. You know, slide your hand down, tickle their butthole.
Yeah, I have a buddy.
I don't
I have a
fucking
buddy who actually couldn't dance either. He let the girl do the work, and he actually finished in his pants. True story. At prom, he asked somebody if he could borrow their boxers.
What?
Yeah, that's a true story, dude. Like he was asking everyone. He's like, "Hey, can I borrow your boxers, dude?" And I was just like, "What?
Wow.
What
What
do
a
you mean?
legend.
What do you mean borrow my boxers? I ain't wearing boxers, son."
Jesus Christ.
Feels better. All right, go next question.
All right, this is the last life advice question of the day. This is an 18-year-old guy who says he lives in a very rich neighborhood, attends a private school, and he's so sick of this boring, uptight, private school, rich kid nonsense, everyday life. He wants to get into some partying and some drugs. Well, I can help you there, buddy. Or at least Jimmy thinks so. He wants to try weed so bad since he hasn't done it before.
So bad.
And what's the best way that he can get weed?
Oh my
Is there
god!
anyone who buys or sells it at his school? You go to a private school, I guarantee someone sells.
I don't know.
drugs there.
It's not weed though. I bet you they're selling like their parents' pills and shit,
Yeah, you might have to go down the opiate trail,
which
here.
is
You might-
dangerous.
Fuck are you-
You gotta break into your mom's cabinet, get that pill, get the pill.
No, there's. I mean, let's just say to steer this kid. Let's play the devil's whatever.
Oh,
it
you're
is.
steering the kid.
We're
You're
steering him. Let's
all
get him
right.
away from opiates. If he's gonna go find weed, just go a little older. There's got to be a kid that's in college somewhere. Go ask an older dude. There's got to be weed around. There's always weed around.
It's not that weird of a question. Just go up to someone and be like, "Hey, do you know anyone who sells any weed?"
It's a lot
They're
weirder to
gonna say-
ask for
there is-
fucking meth. So just ask for weed.
Yeah, weed is pretty vanilla. So
Go ask
someone
your
will-
parents if they smoke it, if they'll let
Yeah,
you get with them.
dude, I guarantee this kid he's got rich as fuck parents. I guarantee you, mom's taking Vicodin or Percocet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We
or
got to
some other painkillers.
Maybe the parents would
Crush
be cool.
that
They would
shit up
rather
into a bowl and smoke.
they
it.
would rather him
Melt it
not
down.
smoke it out with strangers and just smoke it with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever
chill
seen
with your
the?
parents? Get a little high.
You ever see those?
Burns, what would your mom say if you asked her right now after this podcast? If you called her up and said, "Hey, why don't you come over and let's get high together?" What would she say?
I think my mom would probably smoke weed with me.
Holy shit! My mom would slap me across the face.
I think my mom would smoke weed. She's pretty. I don't know. She's more liberal when it comes to drugs.
Kyle?
She's all for the marijuana.
So it's not just you. Your entire family deals drugs. Okay, Kyle. What about?
No, you are a fucking asshole. That is not what I said. I said you asked the question, would my mom smoke weed with me? And I said it's possible.
I'm
that
kidding.
she
I'm
might.
kidding. That's awesome. Kyle, what about your mom?
My mom would for sure.
For sure. Colby?
I've gotten drunk with Kyle's mom.
Oh.
Well, Kyle was there.
What else?
Well,
happened?
Kyle was
Colby's
there,
Colby's
guys. Kyle
Colby's
was
Kyle's
there.
Daddy.
That's
That's
impossible.
how Mormons fucking roll.
That's impossible. I was 3 days old when Kyle was born. That's impossible. I can't have. Oh, maybe
Hey.
I could have sex then. I don't even know. I wouldn't remember anything.
Baby jizz. Baby jizz.
Yes.
Baby Jesus.
Colby, what about your mom?
Oh no, she would just laugh and be like, "What the hell?" No,
Yeah.
They're Mormon. They're good, wholesome Mormons.
Colby doesn't drink in front of his parents.
no, I don't.
That's smart.
At my wedding, I only had vodka sodas with no limes, which was just looked like water, and I was slamming them.
Even
Colby,
though
are
his
you?
his parents
Do your parents drink coffee?
No, my mom drinks energy drinks.
I drink the shit out
I
of coffee.
thought Mormons weren't allowed to have like stimulants like that.
Well, yeah, I mean they're not. It's like it's like a huge long thing where it's like there's a lot of misconceptions where people think like, oh, Mormons are going to hell if they drink coffee, but it's just like a lot of things. Like they say, you know, it's better not to get addicted to something, and coffee is something you can get addicted to. Sports betting, you can get addicted to it. Cigarettes, like it's just when I was like, it's one of those things like when you're brought up and your parents have to tell you something, and like a good moral is to not do stuff that's going to get you fucking addicted.
All right. Well, I have a life advice question I'd like to ask you, Colby. I want you to give me some advice. If I want to become a Mormon, what's the best way? What's the best name I can give the planet that I get when I die?
The planet,
Yeah.
Burn City. Burn City. I didn't know Mormons were getting planets, but I'll take one.
Is that what it
You're a Mormon. You're a Mormon, and you don't know that?
I didn't.
You haven't climbed the ladder.
is? It
high
kind of
enough, I
like
don't think.
Jehovah Witness, where you have to go and knock on so many doors before you're allowed in heaven?
No, I think the thing is that the goal of the man is to become their own god.
Whoa!
So they get a planet, and then they populate it with their wives.
That is not
So the wife-
at all.
Holy
Yes, it is.
shit.
I guarantee you that is Mormonism when you die. Look it up. 100% fact.
Colby,
I know more about your religion than you
what
do.
planet are you gonna get?
I didn't know I was getting a planet. This is all a surprise to me, and I'm pretty excited.
No, go look it up. Go look it up, Colby. You didn't rise the ranks. They didn't tell you everything, but you get your own planet, and your wife's job is to populate that planet with you.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
So what you guys
I
are
have a
saying
new-
is all the shit talking is
Jimmy's
coming
like,
out.
I want in on
I
this.
have a
want my own
newfound
planet.
respect for you now.
There we go. I didn't even know I was getting it, Jimmy. I love it. You guys can all come hang out on my planet. I don't know if that's how it works. Do I get like a +1?
So
Well, you get your wife who has to populate it with you. Like all of the people that live on your planet are your children that you made with your wife.
All right.
you're a daddy to a lot of people.
All right.
Wow. All right, that's it. We're done.
Well, we got to wrap up, or we just putting it in today?
I wrote
He's
some
gonna-
stuff
he's
later in the
gonna
show.
wrap it up.
Put it in.
There's no beat, but I'll just say it.
I got somebody lingering out in front of my house.
Yeah.
Put it in.
Let's just put it in.
All right, guys. Kyle, where do they need to go really quick?
Add on over to iTunes. That is where the growth of the show is the most demanding.
And it is
If you're,
growing.
if you're listening to it on YouTube, take a second right now to bitch in the comment section. We won't read it. Then head on over to iTunes, leave a 5-star review where and if you actually say something funny, we'll read it on the show.
Or if you get Jimmy to say something racist.
Not going to happen anymore.
You can
I
still
did
try.
go back and listen to that like 20 times, and that was
It was seriously one of the funniest parts of the shows we've ever done.
yeah. Wasn't expecting it. I trusted.
Like
our-
you said, the first one with so much
I
enthusiasm.
did. I
It's
trusted
like,
our
what?
viewers. I trusted our viewers, and they stabbed me in the back.
Just the way you said it made it so funny. You just no idea what you were saying.
Nope.
Happy
It goes down to that Arkansas education as well.
Right? It must.
Happy St. Patty's Day to all you guys, and happy 21st episode. We did
Same
it.
to you guys. If you do anything, be safe tonight.
What do you mean?
Heroin.
It's Sunday when the show goes up.
I'm saying
I'm
hell.
talking. Yeah, but I'm talking to you guys right now. It's Friday. I was trying to be a good friend and say if you.
Dude, I don't go out and get wasted
It's
anymore.
Friday.
Fuck no,
like
I
2
know you
days.
don't. Everybody comes to your house because
Yeah.
that's
Ooh.
you're the
dude.
drug kingpin.
We'll talk about what it's like to be drunk when you get older in the next show.
Can we talk
Oh,
about what
yeah.
it's like to be a legit drug dealer?
Yeah.
Dude,
I sold
not a
drugs.
drug
I'll
dealer.
tell you
All I
my.
want to know, all
Jimmy,
burns,
you've met
burns.
you've
Hey,
met
quit
me.
fucking
You've
off.
met me
Hey.
before.
All I want to know, is what is your primary product of choice?
Blue eyes.
I don't do
Bye.
drugs, dude.
Bye.
I don't
See you guys.
do drugs.
All right.
I'm a
Do
good
drugs.
kid.
Good talking,
You've
you
met
guys.
me.
Episode-
Daddy's
Yeah,
out.
good talk,
Go
guys.
take
We'll see you
take care
later.
of the stalker in your
yeah.
house.
Kyle's got a stalker.
Ending recording now.
Kyle's got a stalker.
Wrap up.
Man, it's really loud. Getting this to Burns. A little late, but it's better late than never, right? Yeah. I trust stardom with a vision. I'm missing contact lenses. I burnt a lot of bridges and I mended little fences. I ain't one to kill, but I keep a killer mind. My brain bouncing ideas to my thumbs. I got another line. Slip and slide, astro like we gliding. No stars of David Colby B like the wise men. Did good for one semester, rating my professor. Cheating in the game like I was a beta tester. Ain't type of serious, I'm getting buzzed, no woody. Just tasted the sample, never had it so goody. Oh, tell me how you feel, what you wanna do. I wanna lick in your booty hole. That's pretty gross, and I'm getting off notes, but I just wanna take it slow. I don't know what I could have said, but I wanna. That's it. That's the episode. Wrap it up. A little bit of singing on that one, bitch.